Dr. Tanima, you're going to present on comparative study of DCR with mitomycin versus DCR with intubation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon. I'll be talking on a comparative study of DCR with mitomycin C versus DCR with intubation. So the lacrimal drainage apparatus starts developing at the end of the 5th week as a solid cord, which canalizes completely by birth, where NLD nasolacrimal duct is the last to canalize. Any obstruction at the nasolacrimal duct at a later stages of life leads to acquired nasolacrimal duct obstruction, which presents as persistent watering and discharge. And the gold standard treatment here is the dacrocystorhinostomy. Various modifications have been involved with this conventional method, like using anastomosing flaps, suturing, rubber catheter, and silicone tube. But the failure rate with the conventional method of DCR is almost 10 to 15%. The most common causes being fibrosis, scarring, and granulation tissue formation at the site of the ostium and nasal septum. So to overcome this, in the recent stages, many adjunctive methods have been used. Most common being using the silicone tubes and antimetabolite agents like mitomycin C and 5-fluorouracil. Our study is to compare the efficacy of both these techniques. Mitomycin C, being an alkylating agent, inhibits the synthesis of collagen and proliferation of the fibroblasts, reducing the formation of scars and adhesion at the operative sites. Semasari et al. And Shulau et al. In their study have shown that the patency of the lacrimal sac syringing increased to 95 to 96% in their study with the use of mitomycin C as compared with the conventional group. The silicone tube acts by supporting the punctal position, hence enhancing the lacrimal pump function. It increases capillary action, hence increases the lacrimal drainage, and it also guides for canalicular epithelium to progress further without adhering to the surrounding tissues. So the chief objective of our study was to analyze the surgical outcome and efficacy of both the techniques, to compare the learning curve and to compare the average time consumed in both the techniques. The study was done at NRS Medical College, Kolkata. It was a one-year observational, longitudinal and comparative study where 100 patients were included and randomized into Group A with the MMC and Group B with intubation. The surgery were done by the same surgeon. We included all confirmed cases of primary NLDO within 15 to 65 years of age group and excluded all congenital, traumatic, infective and malignant causes of nasolacrimal tract obstruction, any history of previous endonasal or laser DCR, any structural or nasal pathologies. The statistical analysis we did with students t-test and chi-square test. After doing all preoperative preparation, the patients underwent for conventional TCR surgery, where after creating a 15x15 osteotomy, H-shaped flaps were created in lacrimal sac and nasal mucosa, and smaller posterior flaps were excised in all cases. After this, the Group A patient received mitomycin C cotton pledgets at the edges of the osteotomy site for 2 minutes, which was thereafter washed away with normal saline. And Group B, we introduced 27 gauge silicone tube with mild modification in our surgical steps, and 3 knots were applied at the nasal end, and all the tubes were removed after 6 weeks interval. Post-operative follow-up was done at 1/3 and 6 months interval. The results show the chi-square value to be 0.934 and p-value to be 0.066. This is the graph showing gender-wise distribution, and here we can see in both the study groups the female population was more. This is the pie chart showing the age-wise distribution. Here we can see the 45 to 55 years age group were more involved in both the study groups. This is the graph showing the success rate in both the cases. With mitomycin C it was 92%, whereas with silicone tube intubation it was 96%. This is a graph showing the learning curve in both the cases. Here we can see with the MMC the surgeon could achieve maximum result within 2 months, whereas with the use of silicone tube it required around 6 months to achieve the same result. This is the graph showing the average time taken to complete the procedures. Here we can see with the use of MMC, the surgeon who could complete most of his cases within 30 to 40 minutes needed 60 minutes time with the use of silicone tube. The causes of failure in our cases with MMC was profuse bleeding, washing the MMC from the site of application, technical difficulties in application, or traumatizing the nasal mucosa while giving a thorough wash. And with that of silicone tube was formation of granulation 2 at the site of knots, trauma to the nasal mucosa while introducing the tube. The success rate with the conventional method is 85 to 90%, but with the use of the adjuvant like mitomycin C or silicon tube, the success rate increased to 95 to 98%. The p-value here was 0.06, which shows that there was not much. The results with the mitomycin C and silicon tube intubation were almost equal, but the learning curve with silicon tube was more prolonged, and it was more cost and time effective. These were the studies which we compared with our study, and we came to the conclusion that the surgical outcome and efficacy of both the techniques were at par with each other, but the learning curve with the silicon tube intubation was prolonged and requiring more surgical expertise, and the average time taken with the silicon tube was more as compared with the MMC to give the same successful outcome. The limitation of our study was it was a small sample size restricted to age group of 15 to 65 years with a short follow-up of 6 months, and obviously it was a single institutional study. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you should have one more group in that, because without intubation and mitomycin, because even if you do a external DCR without intubation mitomycin, your success rate is 95 to 99%.
Especially primary DCR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
is it, all the cases in your case are done by a single surgeon? Because
Yeah, ma'am.
surgeon's factor
Yeah,
is there.
I already
Both
mentioned.
the groups by only
both the
one
groups,
surgeon?
yeah, ma'am. I already mentioned it. All the surgeries in both the groups was done by the single surgeon.
Because primary DCRs, intubation is not done anymore.
Yeah.
If it's a large
because the
osteotomy.
success rate is good actually, 99% success rate we have. So you should have actually kept one more group if you want to really compare.
Okay, ma'am.
Same surgeon without intubation, without MMC.
Okay, ma'am.
Then
Yeah.
you can say even those two may not be required
Sure,
in primary
ma'am.
DCRs.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.